England have gone off the boil, rather, and lost a couple of very close matches. Well, turning to the team news now, and Sri Lanka in Ruchira Perera have an international debutant. What a start for him. But they've also got a player at the other end of the experience scale in Aravinda de Silva, such a crucial batsman coming back into their middle order. England would have liked to have experimented with some of their younger players, Ben Holyoake in particular, but they can't do so. They know they have to win a match, maybe two, to make sure they get into the finals. Well, let's pick up the action now from the Wacker.
The first ball. It's a bit of throw. Bowled in, beautiful delivery. What a start. Stewart's gone for duck. The perfect Yorker.
That was quite a quick delivery and perfectly pitched. It seemed to land past the crease, which is the ideal Yorker, and that sent Lionel off on one of his little, well, it's a bit more than a jog. It's a bit of a sprint. But that was a beautiful delivery, and it swung back, swung very late, pitched well past the batting crease, and it was quick. And the young man is delighted to have got rid of the England captain for a duck. And the England score with the loss of the captain is 1 for 6.
In form, Graham Hick takes guard. The York, if he punches away, he's in form. He's off the mark with a boundary, Hick. Very little margin for error with this man at the moment.
It was the right delivery from Perera, getting it right up there in the block hole, particularly while he's got the ball swinging. Doing pretty well, actually, to swing the ball back into the right-hander because he's got the breeze going against him. In fact, on that occasion, it was the one angled across the right-hander. He's such a powerful player.
Oh, beautiful shot. What a magnificent stroke. Perfect full shot. He's in superb form.
That's why it's a good pitch for players who like to play the horizontal bat shot. You know that if the ball is slightly short, you've got a pretty fair idea the height it's going to come through. So you can afford to sweat off on those and really bang them away. Graham Hick hit a 6 with one of those shots in the test match here. Went very, very close on that occasion to repeating the dose.
Charge, and he gets away with it. No charge as he plays a full shot. Hit that right off the middle of the bat.
It's an eye like a dead fish, Nick Knight. He's really given that one the charge. Charminder Vas obviously saw him coming and banged it in short. Even though he was playing the horizontal bat shot at it on the charge, he hit it right in the middle.
Gone! Yes, beautifully bowled. Silva takes the catch. The perfect line.
Perfect line, perfect length. And young Perera has done a terrific job here for Sri Lanka. On this occasion, he's got rid of Nick Knight. If you can bring batsmen onto the front foot in Perth as a quick bowler, and if you're just getting a little bit of movement, there's always the opportunity of catching the edge. Then the other advantage is that the ball will carry into the slips. This one carried quickly and was very easily taken by Aravinda de Silva at first slip. He gets excited about taking a wicket, as well he might. Not so excited, the vice-captain. And then a 2 for 30.
Yes, Nasser Hussain, the new batsman. Oh, and that's hit the pad, pitched outside leg stump, and it'll go all the way down to the boundary for 4-leg byes. That's just a little unfortunate for the bowling side. Into the slot again, well fielded. Roshan Mahanama, pretty useful in that position. 2 for 36. In the air, and that's out. Got him, caught behind, no trouble at all. Driving outside that off stump, he pitched the ball up. And that's what happens. You get it up. Don't get too carried away about bowling too short. Big edge there, big deflection, and I think Nasser Hussain will be very disappointed with that shot.
Footwork definitely is the key to playing in Perth with the ball coming off the wicket fast. You see Nasser playing a very straight line. The ball continuing with the arm, the left arm angle across the right hand. Nick, and a good catch by Kalu. Very handy wicket. And currently 3 for 37.
Well, Neil Fairbrother, 64 matches. Have a look at the average there. Over 40 and a strike rate of over 70. The combination of those two makes him a very good player. Good start. This is Chamindavas. Oh, and very well stopped by Juna Ranatunga. Knocking that one down.
The skipper moving himself. He was at cover earlier. He's gone to the gully region, and there's an excellent stop. Graham Hick certainly got a lot on that. I'm sure that left hand of Ranatunga, it would be smarting a little bit.
Yes, Ranatunga more than anyone. I wonder how much sleep he's got the last few days. Oh, that's got to be close as well. Yes, he's given him this time. Hick's gone, leaving that ball outside off stump. That's already happened once today. Hussain was the batsman, and he left one. It was very, very close, and this one too looked to me to be far too close to be leaving. What a wicket this is for the Sri Lankans.
Very consistent bowling. Vas once again starting out a very good line, and that consistent swing he's got going to the right-hander. I suppose you would have thought a lesson might have been learned after Nasser Hussain had that close shout. Not this time. Paid the price for letting a ball go. Swinging back, Graham Hick out for 10. The score now is 4 for 38.
So Adam Hollyoak, 27 years of age. Not much of an average. Well, it's not too bad. Actually, it's near enough 30, and a strike rate of 76. Useful one-day cricketer. A few right up in the block hole there. And played away into the gap on the offside. And once again, the bowler overstepping. So another no ball. He likes them there too. Outside off stump and just a little short. 6 off the over. 4 for 46. Mark Elam is the new batsman. Elam, Croft, Headley, Goff and Malali to go. And it looks as if Ruchira Pereira is going to be brought back into the attack. Well, that's a short delivery, and there's a fieldsman down there.
Good save. Neat. Got that away nicely. Only get 2 forward. Don't have the pace to reach the boundary. I think on the replay we might see that was cut off his stumps. He may not either have picked the top spinner, or he may not have realised that this fella bowls mostly top spinners. Looked from behind as though it was off, middle and off stump. Well, there's the one perhaps seeking, stumping on the leg side. But Fairbrother was awake to it. And a half century for him. Once again has the saving of the England side in his hands, and he's going along the right. neatly taken. Not much fun there for Mark Elam. He's gone for the one over the top, trying to hit it over long on, miscued it. And that is precisely what Fairbrother didn't want. What he wanted was someone to play at the other end through these remaining 11 overs. Instead, he's now down to Robert Croft.
Hanama judging that one very nicely. As really there and beat him in flight. Elam found himself well short of the pitch of that delivery. He's gone for 16 and it's 6 for 166.
A wasted wicket in the England camp at the moment brings Robert Croft out. Mark Elam hold out to the man at long on. Still 10 overs to go. That ball's going to run away from the fieldsman. Slightly sloping side of the ground there, and it is very difficult to pull anything back. Once it gets away from you on the eastern side of the ground, all sorts of problems. And the ball was running along the ground into the breeze, which would tend to start up very fast.
Pretty well timed by Robert Croft. Not the easiest shot to play.
Back for the second, and this could be close if it hits. Oh, now then, did the ball hit the stumps? I don't think so. I think he knocked the bails off with his hand. Although there was a little bit of a clonky noise there. He did ask the question, and the umpire gave it not out right away. Well, if he had taken the trouble to catch it, he would have had him out. So it was a bad move by Jaisaria. Oh, and that's well played. Straight down the ground. This will it go for 4? It's going to get cut off. And once again, Sri Lankans, when it comes to boundary fielding, anything can happen.
Excellent shot there by Croft. Spearing another one in, a bit short. Played it on the up, straight down the ground.
Oh, well played. He's got that one away fine. I think that'll probably go all the way to the fence. Oh, once again, good effort down there, but that was well played. That was a bad delivery by Jaisaria. It's not often, actually, that he gives the batsman much room. This time he has. This is not one of his better spells.
Usually impeccable with his line and length. Once again, a bit of width, able to use the pace. It's been said a lot today so far. The pace of the outfield, ball tends to accelerate.
It's in the air and just short. So Croft has decided he's going to go and try and go over the top. I think he might have been trying to hit it straight, actually. The fieldsman there, Pereira, is quite wide.
He was very fortunate to hit that one. Definitely trying to hit it towards the sight screen. Sliced it slightly and therefore didn't get enough on it. Didn't carry.
Well, there we go again. Another slip up in the field by Sri Lanka. Down the ground. He's striking it quite well. Back to the second. The throw's going to be close. And once again, I think the fieldsman misses the ball, takes the bails off without the ball in his hand. So that brings up the 200 for England.
And it's a very good effort. All those involved resurrecting this innings. 4 for 38. It was Fairbrother and Hollyoak who got them on the road to recovery. It's a very good partnership. Small partnership there, Fairbrother Elam. Now Croft playing a very good hand. He scored 24 runs, only 28 balls.
Well, Fairbrother looks to me as if he's got a problem. I'm not too sure what it is. It may be he's feeling a bit lightheaded, or is it oh no, it's he's got a problem with his hamstring, and this is a very frustrating time for him. Ruchira Pereira, a little bit lazy, just wandering back. No ball called as well. Well fielded by Arjuna, diving away to his left. He's managed to get a hand on that one. And a lot of folk in the ground giving him the bird, but there'll be a few Sri Lankans getting behind him as well.
He's made some excellent stops today. Been putting that body on the line, diving both to his left and right. Good stop.
One down stakes to cover. This could be close.
Oh!
Yes, I think that might be very close. So Croft, normally the body language of the batsman gives you some idea, but well, yes, he doesn't look too happy. He's glancing over towards the board, and is he going to remove his crash helmet? No, he's not. So perhaps he's not sure. Let's see if we can pick up exactly how far out he was.
Direct hit. He was obviously struggling. As soon as the fielder gets involved and has to bring the ball to the stumps, it's amazing how much ground you can cover. And by that, it's very hard to tell. Very, very hard to tell from there.
Yes, fair enough. Benefit of the doubt to the batsman. Well, that's not quite far enough up. Just to get underneath it, so two more. That one's in the air. This is coming down the ground. This should be caught. Got him. Yes, caught in the deep. Murali Dhiran is down there. In fact, it's not him, it's Upur Chandra. Upur Chandra down a deep mid-off, takes the catch. And so that's the end of Croft.
Well, Croft had to go all out in the last over, giving himself room, opening up the offside. He did quite well. Straight to the fielder. He took a very comfortable catch. But that is a very good hand by Robert Croft. 32 off 38 balls, and it's 7 for 221.
The device fighting that one straight up in the air, and oh, they've given away runs here. Well, I think Aravinda must have, out the corner of his eye, seen two batsmen down the other end and forgot about the runner.
There's no doubt that he picked up the ball, always going to be throwing at the non-striker's end. Well, if he didn't see a batsman, which he didn't, because there were two batsmen at one end, and Adam Holyoake had been running from wide, so he didn't see him in his view, peripheral vision, thinking there was no one there. I'll hit the stumps and he'll be out. Overrun away.
That's well played. They're looking for two again. I think Goff will make it back as well. Bit of a fumble there by Upur Chandra. Goff charged down the wicket and back again. He'll be a bit of a handful with the ball later on today. Right, so this is now the last ball of the England innings. Fairbrother on 79. Wouldn't he like to finish it off with the 6? Oh, he's hit it in the air. This could be out. It's going down a deep square leg. No, it's bounced. Back for the second. So Fairbrother ends up with 81 not out. He's played a blinder of an innings. I think that might be the last we see of him today, because once that muscle of his, that hamstring, cools down, it won't be too easy for him to run around. So, there we are. England were in all sorts of trouble. They've managed to get themselves a reasonably decent score, 228 to win, and the required run rate is 4.56. We should have some fun when the Sri Lankans come out to bat.
Well, with 4 early wickets down, England really looks as if they were going to be in big, big trouble. But Neil Fairbrother, what a star he is. He's played a lot of one-day cricket. Very good partnership with Adam Holyoake, who was a little unlucky not to make a half-century. That turned things around for England. And then great work at the end there. Elam and then Croft just adding a little bit of impetus. 227 looks like a lot more than they were going to get at one stage. Good effort by the Sri Lankan bowlers on a bouncy Perth track, but look at that. 3 wickets on debut for Pereira. Brilliant stuff from him, and also remember that run out to get rid of Holyoake. Vas also good early on, but the rest of the bowlers unable really to force home Sri Lanka's advantage. Well, it's going to be a very, very interesting
remaining. There was some doubt as to whether or not it would be a full 50, but the umpires have decreed it will be. The opening batsmen, Sana Jayasuriya and Ramesh Kalavatarana.
Good line. Jayasuriya played it well enough. Gough asked a question. He might have heard a noise. Nicely played down the hill. Happy with 2. Safe. Go all the way. 4 off the over. It's none for 7. Oh, there it goes. Beautifully played. He's a tremendous player, square of the wicket.
The secret here in Perth, and on a lot of other grounds too, but in Perth where there's so much bounce and the batsman can play at the pitch of the balls, you've got to bowl straight. Don't give them any room at all.
Out! Holyoake, what a catch! He's done it again. Beautifully bowled and great catch.
Well, that was one of the best catches you'll see. It wasn't only anticipation, but he had to get a good push off. It wasn't just a question of moving across, but it was wonderfully well done. A very, very athletic performance from Adam Holyoake. And I suppose you could say a trademark of getting rid of the ball. That's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
This England needed something special. They got it from Adam Holyoake. So it's 1 for 15. Marvin at a 2 coming at number 3. Face the music, and that's what it will be with Gough bowling so well.
Touch that way.
Got him! No, drops. It was hot. Same at gully, reasonably deep. Got both hands to it. Put it down. He went after it. There was plenty of bat on this. He had it. Jumped out.
Didn't quite get it in. It hit rather on the butt of the hand, that fleshy part, down towards the wrist.
It's nicely driven. Oh, and Clough makes a meal of that. Could go for 4.
It's hit high and wide of Darren Gough. 4 runs to Jayasuriya.
A very gutsy shot. And he is in a very, very aggressive open batsman. Always takes the bowler on. Really does. Race down the wicket. And to flat that shot over point.
That's pretty well timed. Chase for Elam. Just wide of Adam Holyoake, who's already taken 1 brilliant catch. One for 36. That's very nicely timed. He is a sweet timer when he's playing well. Marvin added the 2.
That one has rocketed off his bat. Really did time it beautifully. It was in the air, but it was way past the fielder before he knew what was going on. He's just flicked that, and how quickly that's got to the fence. He's a steady starter. He likes to come in and play very orthodox cricket early in his innings, even though it's a one-day game.
That's pretty well hit. Picking the gap. Then Adam Holyoake will drag it back in. Well, that's pretty well played. Mullally is fairly square.
And Joe Sarai just had to help that on his way. As soon as it left Headley's hand, it was always down the leg side. At one stage, I'm pretty sure Mullally thought he was going to get round to it, or might be able to dive and save it, but it was just too quick across this outfield. It is like carpet out there.
Oh, he's hit that one. Got into position very quickly and picked that up. That's a great shot.
I think that's probably the best shot he's played so far in his innings. Into 29, he really leapt on that. It wasn't all that short, but he was so quickly into position. Absolutely nailed it.
Not much in it for the 50. That's high and safe.
Comfortably for 3. Another good shot. That's a very aggressive over.
Well, we smashed that one down the ground, and oh, it's gone over the top. Well, I think it went over the top. Either that or it just touched the top, and they're all signalling 6. Boy, what a shot that was.
It's an amazing shot. It's come down the wicket. It's almost a bit baseball style. Down the wicket. Baseballs it. Down the ground. It just keeps on going. Look at that slice on it. Now, does it go straight over? It would appear to. I have to say, you couldn't really be certain from that. Looks near enough to me. That'll do. 6. Let's get on with it.
Short in the air. This is out. Straight down his throat. They put him there purposely. What a wicket this is for England. Sanat Jayasuriya is deadly dangerous. They put a man back, perhaps 2/3 of the way at square leg. Adam Hollioake back there, and he's hit it straight down his throat.
Well, it's a bit of a soft ending to what could have been a danger man from England's point of view. He just seems to flick this. He doesn't really hit it. There's no commitment to the shot. And I think we'll just put that man there. Very obliged. Like fielding practice. Jayasuriya goes to Adam Hollioake's second catch. He's gone for 40, and it's 2 for 65.
So there he is, Aravinda de Silva, one of the great batsmen, and what a record he's got. Look at that, 248 matches, an average of over 36, and a run rate and a strike rate of over 82. Oh, and he's got him straight to mid-wicket as well. The short ball is finding the Sri Lankans out. A surprise short one there from Elam, who very seldom bowls them. And Marvin Atapatu has gone for the hook shot, and he's hit it straight to mid-wicket. So, that's another big blow. Atapatu out caught by Knight.
That's right, it's a surprise ball. He bangs it in. He goes for the shot. And pretty straightforward catch to mid-wicket. Nick Knight will catch those all night long. Marvin Atapatu has gone for 17 from 39 deliveries, and now the ship's looking a little uncertain from the Sri Lankan point of view. 3 for 65.
So it's Elam on a hat-trick to Jayawardena. And watchfully played away. He's a good player, this youngster. It's 3 for 65.
quickly onto that as quickly as he should have been.
He's never in control of it, that is for sure. No balls called, so it wouldn't have mattered if it had gone up in the air. On to a little quicker than he was expecting.
Oh, that's out, caught behind, that's a big wicket. Yes, he's out, caught behind. Elam is having a wonderful evening. He's come on and got some very, very useful wickets, and none more useful than Aravinda de Silva.
Well, that is a massive blow on quite a thick edge. Stewart doesn't make any mistake. Mark Elam delighted along with his teammates. The dangerous Aravinda de Silva's gone for one. It's 4 for 67.
Arjuna Ranatunga has been in the headlines a bit this week. All of that will be like water off a duck's back to him.
As an example of it, that's well knocked down. Knocking it off, and they pick up 2. Gone! Yes, Goff done the job again for England. That extra bounce, he fended it away. Quite a simple catch at square gully. Sri Lanka now 5 for 71.
Well, this reminds me of the shots they were playing to get out to Glenn McGrath the other night in Adelaide. This was a shortish length, really did bounce, and he basically just fended that to the gully area. Sharp fielding, and it means that Sri Lanka now are 5 for 71 and in a lot of trouble.
Roshan Mahanama, 207 matches, good average of 29, strike rate of 61, joins his captain. And they're in strife at 5 for 71. That man, Darren Goff, what a summer for him. It's nicely played. The little skipper working it into the gaps. Almost going to be 4, is it? Yes, no, it's not. Good save. Whoops. 12th man, Ben Holyoake, he's in strike.
It was a courageous effort, diving just before the rope or over the rope, but he hurt his knee earlier when they were first out there, when he lost sight of the ball and then had to dive at the last moment, and it looks like he's really, you see that knee hit the ground, and it's a great save, but he's in a bit of strife out there.
Yes, he knocked the ball back before he went into or over the rope. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery. Doesn't touch it. That's superbly bowled. Wonderful delivery. Not too many batsmen would have laid a bat on that. It pitched, seamed away, it was quick. Carried through to Stewart quite high.
And as it's passed, you can't believe that he hasn't got a feather on that. It's just nicked his back leg, I think, on the way through.
Good shot. Beautifully played, straight through the line. Glorious off throw.
Well, for his second scoring shot, that's a very, very handy stroke. Elam bowling the fuller length. Mahanama straight through the line, and he's hit that very crisply. That'll do his confidence the world of good.
Just a bit of width there from Elam.
In the air, gone. Elam again. Mahanama goes. He's gone for 6, and that looked as though it got up quite sharply from where we're sitting here. But perhaps it was just an involuntary movement from the batsman. But Elam is king at the moment, 4 for 27, and he's into his 8th over.
It gives him his best figures now. Whether that one perhaps bounced on those little cracks or not, he certainly got it to lift and just move away a little bit. No wonder he's got a big smile on his face with 4 wickets. He's made the big breakthroughs, and Sri Lanka are 6 for 85.
Rupal Chandra is the new batsman, comes out with Elam just having taken his 4th wicket for England. Just out of reach of Adam Holyoke at square leg. Got him. Beautiful catch. Ranatunga has gone. Mark Elam has 5 for 32 in his 10th and final over. That was brilliant.
Well, I think you can give some of the credit for that wicket to Alex Stewart, because I think the change in the field placing made Arjuna look to hit the ball through the offside, where he's been trying to work it on the onside. Changed his mind even, I reckon, at the last second. And Nick Knight, who's a very good fielder, jumped up and took that one quite easily. So 5 wickets for Mark Elam. Sri Lanka are in deep trouble at 7 for 98.
Vindavas is the new batsman, and Sri Lanka 7 for 98. There'll be applause for Mark Elam there from his teammates. Stewart's rushing down to congratulate him, and it's still 7 for 98.
It's in the air, and that's out. Well, another short delivery, another attempt at a pull shot, and another catch into the onside. Goff, the catcher that time. And Chandana is the batsman out for 9. Well, they've collapsed in the heap tonight, the Sri Lankans.
Well, these short pitch deliveries keep claiming the wickets tonight. Just onto him too quickly, and he wasn't in a bad position, but he was just not through his shot quick enough. That hit high on the bat, on the splice, and floated to mid-on. It's a very happy England side. Miss for 9, 8 for 98.
So Muthaiya Muralidharan is the new batsman, and he's got his work cut out here. He's facing Headley. Oh, and he's going to have a go. Have a look at that for a shot. Yes, this is a bouncy wicket, and I don't think Muralidharan is going to line up the ball too much. Just look at this first shot.
Well, it's good to see he's not going to be messing around out there. He's out there with the purpose to swing the bat and try and get some quick runs. He knows that game is all bar gone. He's going to have some fun. And he's always got that smile on his face.
Ball in, neck and crop. Well, all they had to do is get it straight, really. Muralidharan giving it a little bit of room. He wasn't about to hang around. And his middle stump's gone back, and England really are giving Sri Lanka a walloping tonight.
Well, I wonder if there was a wager on the fact whether he could hit a 6 or not, because he was trying to play. Every shot was a big one. Smart piece of bowling. Straight as a die, and that's middle stump. Lally, good piece of bowling. 9 for 99.
Ruchira Pereira is the number 11 batsman, bowled very, very well for Sri Lanka earlier this evening, but really it seems to no avail. Just 22 years of age, he's a youngster, and he's out here to face the music now. Malali, the bowler. Oh, and that's in the air, and that's out too. First ball, yes, it's all over. A short delivery. And England have won the match comprehensively. Well, that's an amazing scorecard when you consider that with Jayasuriya there earlier on and Atapattu going well, it looks as if they were okay behind the rate, but certainly in with a chance. But then Mark Elam brilliant performance by him. He hasn't taken too many wickets so far in this series, but for him to come back with 5, a fantastic effort. 99 all out. That's the end of the road for the Sri Lankans. Let's have a look at those England bowling figures, and they do bear quite a lot of study. Look at that, 5 for 32 for Elam. Once again, though, it's those opening overs that Goff and Mullally have been bowling so well that are crucial. Headley was expensive early on, but he fought back quite nicely. Croft wasn't really needed once Elam did all of that.